This week's Tiller Tuesday question is one that's on everyone's mind. How do you survive financially in uncertain times? It feels like everywhere we look, there's talk of inflation, market volatility, and economic instability. It can be overwhelming, and it can make you feel like you should just hide your head in the sand. But feeling in control of your money is possible, even when the world feels out of control. So today I want to walk through a few key ideas where you can focus on not just surviving, but to build a stronger financial foundation for the future. So let's get into it. First things first, the single most powerful tool you have in uncertain times is your budget. A budget isn't about restriction. It's about clarity. It's your compass. You have to know where your money is exactly going before you can tell it where to go next. So my question for you is, when's the last time you really tracked your spending? Not just guessing, but actually tracking it for a full month. Often the results are surprising. This is your first line of defense. It helps you see where you can trim the fat so you can redirect that money towards your most important goals. Once you know where your money is going, the next step is to build your financial moat. That's right. I'm talking about your emergency fund. This is what protects your long-term goals like retirement from short-term crisis. Think about it. If you have a sudden car repair or medical bill and no cash savings, what happens? You either have to sell your investments, potentially at a huge loss, or take on high-interest credit card debt. Your emergency fund is that buffer that prevents that. All right, now let's just talk about debt. High-interest debt, especially on credit cards, is like a financial anchor in a storm. It weighs you down. It makes it impossible to get ahead. When inflation and interest rates are high, that debt gets even more dangerous, costing you more and more every single month. So taming this debt is one of the most effective ways to reduce your personal financial risk. Whether you prefer the snowball method, which is paying off the smallest debts first for quick wins, or the avalanche method, where you tackle your high-interest debts first to save the most money, the important thing here is that you have a plan and you stick to it. Every dollar of debt you pay off is cash flow that you can use to build your savings and investments. All right, so here's the big one, investing. When the market is volatile and the headlines are scary, our emotions are going to take over. The instinct is to panic, and do something, usually selling. But the most successful investors will tell you that emotional investing is almost always losing investing. Sometimes the best action is no action at all. So remember your long-term plan. The market has recovered from every single downturn in its history, and if your goals haven't changed, your strategy shouldn't either. All right, so finally, let's talk about your number one asset. It's not your house, it's not your car, or even your 401k. It's your ability to earn an income. In uncertain times, protecting and growing that income is critical. This is the time to focus on making yourself as valuable as possible in your career. Are there new skills you can learn? Projects you can take on? This is also a great time to think about diversifying your income. Even a small side hustle can provide a huge sense of security if your primary job feels uncertain. So let's wrap it up. Focus on what you can control. Build a buffer to protect yourself from surprises, and have a plan for your long-term goals. These steps won't just help you survive, they'll help you build a rock-solid financial foundation that can weather any storm. So now I want to turn it back over to you. How do you survive financially in uncertain times? Now, this is our Tiller Tuesday question, and we would love for you to weigh in our Tiller community. So if you'll just head on over to Tiller.com/Tiller Tuesday, I'll see you there.